Hello. Welcome. We haven't done a live in a long time and I really don't know what we're doing. So, we are just hanging out with Ted. He is our African Sulcata. He weighs about 43 pounds. We do not know how old he is. We adopted him. And he is happy, just walking around enjoying his day. He knows I'm talking to him. Hello, welcome. We don't normally go live on our YouTube. We usually are live elsewhere. But we are trying this out for a short time today. He always goes behind me. I have to turn around. Ted here is our African Sulcata. We adopted him about 1 year ago. He is enjoying his day, just walking around. What are you doing? Getting some loves. He's just going to hang out with us. I did not let anybody know that we were going to go live. We're just doing a quick try it out, see what we're doing. We normally go live on another site. Ted here, he is eating his Missouri tortoise pellets. We swear by those pellets. They have all the vitamins, minerals, everything that he needs, even some calcium in there. Everything he needs to have a good life, pretty shell, all the good stuff for his stomach. But he's really just enjoying his day. This is what he does most of the time. He loves to walk. We dug that out for him so that he has a little area that's not so flat. That way he can also have a little extra area there for him to work his muscles up. And then he loves to kick his little balls around. He's got lots of little balls that he can play with. Of course, he goes behind me, so I have to turn around. We don't know how old he is. We adopted him last year, and so he could be maybe between 8 and 12 years old. He's only about 43 pounds. So we don't really know how old he is. We just kind of guess. When we adopted him, there was no information that came with him. They are assuming that he was kind of just dumped off to the side somewhere and they never could find his owner. So we've had him since the end of June of last year, and he's pretty much eaten most of the grass in his enclosure here, but he does have a large yard that he can also eat plenty of grass. So, but this is where we keep him whenever I do lives or just whenever we're hanging out together, so I know he's safe. Yeah, it's really sad. But I think he's pretty happy now that that he's found us. He has a pretty good life now. He is cute. He is so cute. He loves to walk. This is one of his favorite activities during the day. Walking and kicking the balls around. He's got balls all over the place. Yeah, he's very energetic. He is. He also gets to go for, when the weather's cooler anyway, he gets to go for long walks around our town as well. So he does enjoy that. But today it's going to be a little bit warmer, so I probably won't take him for a walk. I don't want the concrete and everything to be too hot for his little feet. But he does, and he usually has a complete, I call them the herd of kids. We usually have about 6 kids that go with us on the walk as well. So he gathers a little bit of a crowd. But he has a very fun time. We do. We have, I also have a eastern box turtle. His name is Boxy. And then we have a bearded dragon. His name is Sparky. And we have a blue-tongued skink. Her name is Cash. We do have cats and dogs as well. Oops. Gotta turn around. He's always going behind me. Let's see. We do have gray tree frogs, and we do have green anoles as well. So I think that's everything. Hi, buddy. You gonna walk by me for some lovin'? Yes. He's such a sweet boy. He can't stop though. There's no stopping whenever he is on his walk. And all these little things that you see him walk across or have just kind of laid out here are enrichment items for him. These guys get really bored really easy. They are super, super intelligent. And they do need to have items in their enclosure to keep them nice and entertained. So you'll see just different little makeshift things laying around. Oh no! You tried to save a turtle and it turned around and scratched you? Oh no. Well, scratching you is probably better than biting you. Some of them turtles can be a little feisty. And Ted here is super sweet. He doesn't, he could probably scratch you if I picked him up. And he got scared. But for the most part, he doesn't scratch, and he has never bitten anyone. He's a very sweet boy. I have to turn around again. Aw, I love it. You have a creek nearby where there's a lot of smaller turtles. That is so fun. Oh, Albert, it was a huge turtle too. Oh, wow. We just love turtles. We like tortoises, turtles, it doesn't matter. We love them all. It's fun though whenever you can have like a creek nearby that has a lot of animals. And this guy here, where we are at, so we have all 4 seasons. So we do have winter. And if he was never rescued or never found, he would not have survived the winter. So I'm very happy that whoever did, possibly dump him, or maybe he just escaped. I can't say that he was possibly, completely dumped for sure. They just never found his owner. But he would not have survived the winter if no one would have found him. I know. Ted moves. That is one thing we hear. So we go live a lot. Sorry, I have to turn around every time. We go live a lot on a different platform. And that is one of the number one things that we hear is how fast Ted moves. He is very fast. That's also one reason why we do go and take him on walks around our town as well. He loves to go for walks. Taylor, we don't know how old he is. We adopted him last June. There was no information that came with him. The place we got him from, the people that we got him from think that he was actually kind of just dumped on the side somewhere. They looked for an owner and no one claimed him. So I don't know how old he is, but we think he may be between 8 and 12 years old, and 100% a guess. Why is he so fast? He's just happy. I honestly don't know. He loves to walk. Yes, there's a lot. Just about anyone who has a sulcata tortoise has given me an idea on age, and they are all over the place because these guys can basically have more than one growth spurt in a year. There's just so much that goes on. When it seems, yeah, age-wise, he seems younger. I actually agree too. At first, I was thinking maybe he was 5. I was saying between 5 and 10, but then I've had a lot of people say that he's older in his teens. And I'm like, it's so hard. Everybody says a different number. So we just kind of threw out 8 to 12, and he might be somewhere in there. Yeah, he's happy. So they say that they're healthy and happy when they are lifting themselves off the ground, walking tall, and they hold their heads tall as well. So he's a pretty happy guy. So Ted here, his main diet is grass. Grass and weeds would be his main diet. After that, we do feed him what we call snacks, and that can be any kind of greens. So collard greens, mustard greens, turnip greens, dandelion greens, all of those kinds of things, along with a lot of other plants. They like hibiscus, they like hollyhock flowers, they like hosta plants. I mean, there's a lot of things that he can eat. Every plant that's in his enclosure is edible for him as well. He can be over 100 years old whenever, or he can go over 100 years old. So he's definitely going to outlive me. Yeah, the huge ones get really big. Yeah. The Ted here is considered the 3rd largest tortoise in the world, his species is. And he's still a baby. Even being somewhere near 8 and 12 years old, he's still a baby. The largest tortoise is the Galapagos, and then you have the Aldabra, and then it's the Sulcata, like Ted. So he's going to be pretty big, pretty old. Can get pretty old. We are not going to have any partners for him. So in the wild, they are more of a loner species. They only come in contact with another tortoise if it's during mating season or if a tortoise comes over onto their territory. So he won't be lonely just being by himself. And we don't plan on breeding him, so he really honestly does not need to have a female. Yeah, they could get around 120 probably. Somewhere around there. I believe it's like 80 to 100, or, you know, you just really don't know. Mating season for them, I don't actually know if there's a certain month. Honestly, these, like Ted here, he shows me that he is excited to mate all summer long. So even in the wintertime, he lets me know when he's excited, because he does not brumate. He stays pretty active all winter long. Ted here, he weighs about 43 pounds, but he could possibly get close to 150, and I mean even up to 200 pounds. So he is definitely has the possibility to be a big boy. You definitely want these guys to grow slowly. You don't want them to grow super fast. That's why giving them a diet of grass and weeds and just letting them eat casually as they want to is the best. We do also feed him Missouri tortoise pellets for his species, because he is closer to a desert related species, and he loves his tortoise pellets. They have minerals, vitamins, calcium, all the good stuff. For real, I'm gonna need a forklift. I've said that. Yeah, he's gonna outlive and outweigh me. No problem. Yes, absolutely. That is one reason why we have already started taking walks with him, training him to walk alongside us, kind of guide him with our feet. But when he does get bigger and I can't move him easily, I will need a bag or something full of treats to take with us so that we can kind of talk him into which direction to go. There is no stopping him. No, there is not. So when we go on walks, we'll have different people come up to us and want to pet him. And I'll tell them there's no stopping him. So if you want to pet him, you're going to have to walk with us to pet him, because he does not stop. He does not even stop on, like, if there's a major road that we have to cross. And I do have to, I need to get a sign so we can stop traffic and cross the road, because he is determined to get across there no matter what. So definitely can be a little difficult stopping him to go across the road sometimes from going across the road. But we do have a lot of familiar faces, so a lot of people do expect him to walk around. He does get along with other animals, yes. Training for the Olympics, something. Yeah, he is. Hi, T. How are you? We just doing a surprise hello, try this out kind of live. We are usually live on another platform, so for us this was just a test. We didn't let any of our friends know. We just kind of surprise jumped on. Yeah, I should. I need to stop. Yeah, stop for the Speedy Turtle. Yeah, he loves walking. This is his thing. He's very active. You're gonna eat the leaf. Was that good? Anytime he gets close enough to me, I always give him some little pets. He does like that. All the white lines you see around his scoots there, that is growth lines. He is growing. He's going through a growth spurt right now. He loves walking up and down this little area that we dug out for him. He thinks that's fun, and it does build up those muscles. His legs are actually pretty darn strong. The shells do grow with them, absolutely, yes. They are attached to their shells, so his spine is actually fused to the bottom of the top shell. So his spine runs along the top shell, and his ribs are also fused to that top shell as well. So basically, all the stuff between his shell, from the top and the bottom there, everything in between is all soft tissue. It's just his organs. All of his bones is pretty much, except for his legs and his neck, are going to be fused there to that shell. So, and he can feel everything that I do to him. If I put any pressure on his shell, scratch his shell, pat it, he can feel everything I do. Oops, you okay? Ted here, when he sleeps, he usually turns his head to the side, and he does lay with his head on the bottom portion of his shell, but he keeps it turned to the side. So he's not actually putting his head in the shell so much, but he is turned to the side and just kind of letting it lay there. Yeah, yeah, these are little stepping stones that we set out. He likes to walk on them. He loves any kind of enrichment we can give him. He will get bored if we don't have things laying out for him. So he likes to step on the wood. He likes to step on stepping stones, kick the different balls around. Like he will do that on purpose. He'll walk on them or across them or just through them. It's all enrichment for him. It's to keep his little brain active. And the more his little brain is active, the less bored he'll be. And he does not do any kind of digging. These guys are burrowing tortoises. They actually dig very deep, long burrows under the ground. Gotta turn around. And our weather must just be perfect for him because he has not done any digging of any kind of burrow. Yeah, Ted here, he can feel everything through his shell. How can you tell when they are not feeling good? Well, Ted here, he wouldn't be as active as he is today. And it doesn't really mean that he's not feeling good so much. It just means that he's tired or lazy. When he does have a growth spurt, sometimes he is a little more tired and he sleeps more. So he'll just kind of lay around and take naps. It's usually really hard to tell when a reptile or cold-blooded animal doesn't feel well. They hide it really easily. But in Ted's case here, a lot of illnesses that come to tortoises is usually respiratory, and there are signs to tell if he has an infection. He does get pretty fast. Yeah, but there's a few balls back there in that corner, so it is kind of dug down just a little bit, and he might be trying to get one out. I'm not really sure. Or he's just turning around the other way. Sometimes he surprises me and turns around and goes the other way. But yeah, he does get faster. Yeah, he does this is every day. Every day he walks like this. He basically is just patrolling his territory, and that is what he's doing. He walks along the edges of here. Now, if I let him out into the rest of the backyard, he'll usually walk along that same side here and went back in here. So he feels safe in here. He knows this is his home, his area. Yeah, Ted does have a veterinarian, but the veterinarian is about 2 hours away for him. So we don't have to go and visit unless there is a problem or we're concerned about something. Yeah, Ted definitely proves that the tortoise is not as slow as everyone thinks. Honestly, if we had a rabbit, I'm not sure who would win. Because Ted here, he does have a fun time running around. He does not like to get in water very often. We do have his little pool here. It does have a little water in it, but he does not really like to soak in water. He gets most of his hydration from the plants that he eats. How about anger? Like how does he get angry? He does not have an angry bone in his body. No, he's pretty sweet. Sometimes he can get a little annoyed, but for the most part, he's very sweet. He doesn't really ram anything, but he is young. You know, things can change every year. Every year is a different story with this guy. He could start burrowing and digging anytime. He can turn into one that likes to ram different things out of his way. But for the most part, he's very, very sweet. He loves attention. We're only going to be on live for about 10 more minutes. We were just trying this out. We've only done one live on our YouTube, only one time. And we were just trying it out again today. I want to get on here and start doing more lives with Ted. He loves attention. Because like I said, we do lives a lot of times on our other platform, and we would like to just spread out and say hi to everyone else. We are from Illinois. He's very happy. Yeah, he's very happy. So we are in Illinois, and Ted here, he's pretty happy as he's going. He's very jolly, yes. Oh, wear y'all out? Yeah, he wears us out. He makes me tired just sitting here and watching him walk. He loves to walk. And then I'm just kind of like sitting here following him around, and he makes me tired. Bye. Have a wonderful day. We're gonna try to make a schedule to where we go live a few times, or at least one time a week. We just don't have it worked out yet. Winter is on its way. We adopted Ted. Ted here was found in the middle of a pasture, and he was found close to where a lot of people kind of just go and sometimes dump their animals, unfortunately. And Ted here was found roaming around eating grass, and they tried to find his owner. They put out flyers, you know, and called around and looked around and put the word out, and nobody came, nobody claimed him. So he went up for adoption, and here he is. We decided to take him in. Oh yeah, Ted here is amazing. They are really smart. Whenever we got him, I did not have any idea how intelligent he would be, and he is extremely intelligent. We have a video posted where he ignores me, and he's not happy with me, so he's a little mad. He's ignoring me, and it's because I put him outside before he was ready to go outside, and you can clearly see he's ignoring me. I am talking to him. His back is turned towards me. I'm talking to him. He'll turn his head towards me, and then he'll turn his head back straight to where he's not looking at me. And you can just tell that it's completely intentional. He's completely ignoring me. And then he also likes to watch his tablet. In the wintertime, we do have him in the house, and he can get pretty bored in the house. So we have a tablet. He likes to watch cartoons. So we do have a few videos of him watching his cartoons from last winter. And also I have a recent one from just a few days ago because it was cooler outside. So we do have another tablet video that we just posted. But he is definitely fun to have around, and fun to watch. His personality, he makes me laugh. Use him as a guard animal? No, I don't think so. If he does feel threatened, though, he could probably ram someone and put a hurting on him. I don't think I would want to get rammed by him, that's for sure. Even though he's only 43 pounds right now, the bigger he gets, I think the harder he could hurt someone. Yeah, he loves to watch cartoons. Absolutely. The video we just posted is of him watching, it's not the latest video, I don't think, but it's one of the probably within the last 5 we posted. And he's watching a cartoon, but I didn't realize that it was a darker cartoon, and he actually got scared, and you can see him get scared and lower his head back into his shell because he did not like it. So as soon as I got done recording, I let that scene of him being scared, I turned it off, and we had to put on a different movie. He likes to have the bright, sunny, bright colors. It has to be a good, cheerful movie. It cannot be dark in any way. I'm not sure if I've showed him Tom and Jerry, but he probably would enjoy that one, yes. Oh my gosh, you know what? I call him my toddler for life because he absolutely acts like a toddler. He acts like a 2-year-old. He has selective hearing, and when he's determined to do something, it doesn't matter how hard I am, like trying to get him to not do it, he's going to turn around and do it again. As soon as my back is turned, he's going to try to do whatever I just told him not to do, or try to get him away from. Isn't that right, bud? He is like a toddler. Do you think he understands what he's watching? I don't think so. I don't think he really understands it, but these guys are cool because they can see colors that humans cannot see. So he can see more colors than a human. And I don't know exactly what he's seeing when he watches the cartoons, but it's kind of cool. Just to know that he is watching them and there is something, you know, the wheels are definitely moving in his head. So he's thinking, but I don't really know if he understands any of it. Also, I don't know how much he can hear. They say that these guys can only hear low frequency sounds. So I don't honestly know how much he can hear. He's stopped right underneath that plant. He's peeking out from underneath of it. I see you. What are you doing? I see you. That's how silly he is. He does have a beautiful shell, yes. We try very hard to keep that looking very nice. Gotta speak in a deep voice. Yeah, he knows the word no. And so I must say that one correctly for him to understand. You used to have a cat and watch TV. Aww. And I think that's more common than hearing about a turtle watching it. He is sitting there. He is being sneaky right now. He is playing a game with me. Yes. I can see you. That's why I call him my toddler, because he's definitely being silly. Hide and seek. Yeah, start counting. I see you. I do have to get off here in just a second, but we may go back live here around 2 o'clock Central. I may go ahead and come back on and go live again. I do have to take a break, but he's definitely sitting back there. I don't know if you can see him or not. Hold on. He's being so funny. What are you doing? Are you hiding? I see you. Oh, we love going live with Ted. Like I said, we're gonna start doing more lives around here. But were you hiding? Were you playing? You were, weren't you? I see you. You were too funny. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and come back on around 2 o'clock. We're gonna jump off for just a minute. I will get him some lettuce so that he can have a snack. And then we will come back on. So it'll be 2 o'clock Central. It's just going to be about 15 minutes or more like 20 minutes away from now, probably. And because I don't really know what time it is. But were you playing? He is so funny. What are you doing? I had a bug on my hand. Were you playing? Oh my goodness. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump off. And then, oh my goodness. We'll be back on in just a few minutes, guys. He'll be ready to walk some more probably, but we will get a snack and come back just to say hi again. So thank you all for joining us right here for a few minutes, and then we'll be right back.